Hey folks, been a while since I've been online, but it is indeed Record Store Day, 2000, April, what's today? April 13th, 2019. Um, as I've been annually doing both in April and November, I'll put some sort of video up of my haul. Let's just get kind of to it, shall we? And this is in no in particular this is not in any particular. I'll try that again. I'm probably not going to edit this out, but maybe I will. It's in no particular order. That's what I'm trying. That's what the lips are trying to say. Yeah. Anyway, we go. So just a bunch of stuff. This a few things that I bought that were specific to Record Store Day. A few things that just kind of came across my path that I was kind of looking for, and some things that had no idea about. So anyway, um, so I guess the first thing is, no, sorry, stuff off camera. So obviously, huge David Bowie fan. Started. I bought the first box set of like the first kind of part of his career up to. I think it's pinups, or the basically the Ziggy era before he went into the Thin White Duke era. So that box set, I got a good price on it. Didn't buy that today, but this leads up to what I was saying. So I like to do things chronologically because I'm a nerd that way. So what I wanted to do is to listen to, his stuff chronologically. So from the very, very beginnings of his stuff in the '60s, and then go from there. But I needed to get a few things. So one of the things I needed to get was, well, actually, three things. Excuse me. So I got three Bowie things today. So the very first thing is 1966. It's this David Bowie 1966 has a special 50th anniversary release, um, and it's the Pie singles, which were it's just really six songs. It was three singles that he put out. Now these aren't the David Jones era things. This is when he officially changed his name. So so I figured that was a good place to start, so I can start the procession of listening to stuff. So there's that. then then went to, and I couldn't find the actual re-release of the album itself, but this Durham collection has a complete collection of the very first album he put out, which is just David Bowie. It has things like, let's see, yeah, The Laughing Gnome, Gospel According to Tony Day, Uncle, all that sort of very psycho jello stuff that he did before he, kind of did the Space Oddity stuff. But this also has some extra um, bits and bobs. This has, I think, the first version of Space Oddity actually before the one we all know and love became a thing. So that'll cover that period. Now, also, what just was released, which I was looking for, and they happen to have a bunch. Again, not Record Store Day per se, but I think they did the release to coincide with it. So this box set of David Bowie Spying Through the Keyhole box set. I love box sets. If you haven't figured it out yet, I really love box sets. um, it says demos and unreleased songs, and this is again. There's four singles on here of unreleased stuff that I think these were recordings that were actually fairly only recently discovered. So haven't opened it yet. It's one of those things. It's like, do I open it? Of course, I'm going to open it because I want to play it, but I'm not going to open it on here because I got a lot to get through. So anyway, so that's my Bowie haul for today, and this sets me up then to look at the box set, which is in here. Where is it? I don't need to show it to you. You've probably seen it. Anyway, so onward. So a couple of other things that my local record store, In Your Ear Records, hey Chris, that's my local, and I have been, I go there as often as I possibly can. Definitely go there as my first stop on Record Store Day, and I've known Chris for and In Your Ear and all its various iterations on Thayer Street in Providence, etc. God knows what, three different iterations on Thayer Street, if I remember correctly. And then I never made the Boston store, which I think is potentially closing. I think I've heard that rumor anyway. So now they're in Warren, and that's where things have seemed to settle in. Anyway, that's In Your Ear. So go there often and get most of my stuff there. So one of the things that I wanted to get today, which sort of coincided with one of the Record Store Day releases. There was a promo. Uh, I don't know if this is. It doesn't seem like it's a bootleg. It seems like it's something that was actually released, but only as a promo and never for general release. But it's Pink Floyd. It's a mono. It's a Sauce Full of Secrets mono version, and it says it's a vinyl rip, so it might be a bootleg. I don't know. However, that's the one thing that Floyd hadn't released at all. So bought that just so that I could kind of have it. Kind of a cool thing. Nice package. So which makes me think that potentially it's not it says Blue Columbia, so it may just be, you know. I don't know. It's just a really good looking bootleg, so the graphics look better than most bootlegs. Anyway, however, then that dovetails into an actual Record Store Day get. Pink Floyd are usually good about doing stuff, so they finally did release Sauce Full of Secrets, the original mono version. So that's cool to have. Doesn't say like the first when they did Piper at the Gates. What was that last year? 2 years ago? They had like a nifty sort of outer cover thing, and then there was a poster and all the stuff that happened with it and all. Yeah, none of that. This is pretty much, apart from the sticker on the front, I suppose, pretty general kind of release with the original sort of label and a nice black sleeve, nice poly sleeve, nice heavy vinyl. Look at that heavy. You can feel how heavy it is, can't you? You feel how heavy it is? Anyway, that's a good get. So cool, yeah. Let's see. Other things. So one thing this is actually I got from Newbury Comics, and it was something I don't remember seeing in the Record Store Day list that they put out, of stuff, and I usually, you go by that list to usually make my list of what I want, But this looks really cool. Let's see, let me pull this out here. So anyway, John Cage meets Sun Ra. So this took place back in it says June 8th, 1986, where these two great creative, strange minds met. And so 1986 is actually around the time where I got to see him live at the RSD Auditorium with a bunch of friends of mine, where he read from a book about mushrooms. Interesting, transformative, Zen-like experience because it was John Cage, and utterly musical. And anyway, so I didn't realize this was happening. So basically, this was stuff that was captured live. So it's a DVD as well as like a lovely kind of gatefold 7-inch kind of thing with an actual 7-inch. Let's see. Yeah, nice. Black, lots of black inner sleeves. Oh, cool. Oh, it's clear. Clear vinyl. Nice. That's sweet. Doesn't even say that on the cover there. That's cool. But anyway, yeah, the single is basically some bits and pieces that were edited from the performance as it was. Probably songs. They're not really songs per se. They're probably just bits that maybe come close to knocking on the door of what a song might be, considering it's John Cage and Sun Ra. You're not going to find this on the top 10 in any way, shape, or form, either then or now, or in the future. Anyway, but very cool, nice little package here. I like it. So this is a really lovely little get, and so I'm looking forward to actually looking at the DVD content of this. So anyway, didn't know this was out. Didn't know this was happening, but it was on the list, on the racks, and got the last one. Woohoo! Anyway, now next up. So along with, again, the regular Record Store gets, there's a few other items that I was able to grab because, of course, there's sales on things and all that. So one other thing I found, and this was something that I would have, in my younger days when I was a lot more adventurous with what I was buying, what I wanted to listen to, or just things that would have interested me in general. As one gets older, one gets a little less adventurous in some ways. I'm trying to rewind a little bit of that. What's up, Bubba? Oh, really? I know. I'm doing something. I'm doing something. Yeah. That's my little one. That's, yeah. Hang on. Look, you want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? You can. Come here. Come here. Okay. Okay. Oop, oop. Okay, look. Look into the camera. Look over here. He says, I don't want to. I don't want to. I just want to cuddle. So, this is the baby boy that I have left. I lost my oldest boy back on March 1st. He was about 18 to 19 years old. I didn't know exactly when he was born, but he was, he was what you would call a, what do they call it? Well, not just a senior cat, but a geriatric cat. So, but he was really pretty healthy up to the point, and then it kind of, the stuff happened quickly, put it that way. So I lost him, unfortunately. So now it's just me and this guy, right? Yeah, it is, and you're going to make as much noise and bother me just as much as the other one did. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he's not going to look into the camera. Okay, I got to finish this, bub. So you got to get down. There you go. Anyway, so that's that. That's how my winter's been going. Anyway, back to where we were. Anyway, so when I was younger, I used to just buy stuff because, well, either the cover looked cool or just stuff that I was interested in. So one of the things I was definitely interested in as a young person was synthesizers, Moog synthesizers specifically, but any of the original synthesizer, ARPs, Odysseys, and all kinds of the Buchlas and all that. I did a lot of reading on it when. The beloved Monkees, of course, used a Moog synthesizer, the original modular Moog synthesizer on a couple of their albums. So that always interested me, and then I just jumped from there. So anyway, record that I bought is Roger Powell solo album called Cosmic Furnace. Now Roger Powell plays keyboards in Utopia. Since retired, because I believe he has had some hearing problems or something like that, I heard, from the recent reunions that have been happening. But anyway, amazing keyboard player. And this is, I don't remember ever, I'm not sure if I had an awareness of this record or not, but I knew he did solo stuff. But anyway, it says, all of the sounds on this record are created on ARP synthesizers, programmed by Roger Powell, etc., etc., etc. So it's all keyboards, it's all synthesizers. I mean, this is, again, it was actually done in Boston, Massachusetts. It was actually very close. And this is in 1973. So you're talking, 40 blah years ago, you know what I mean? Almost 50. And, you got, if this doesn't interest you in this kind of stuff, then nothing will, But like side one, it says, Ictus, the primordial pulse, Lumia, Dance of the Nebulae, Fornau Cosmique, the alchemical furnace of Cleopatra. Just the titles alone, side two, Hermetic Enigma, the fixed volatile, the answer is but another riddle, Queen Enfinesca, Serenity of the Lion in Summer, Tensegrity, a Dymaxian triptych. Clearly the guy has a sense of humor too. So I'm looking forward to listening to this. I've never heard it, and we'll see. Anyway. So another thing I bought was a let's see. I'm not sure if this is I don't think this is an original version because it says it has bonus tracks and stuff. So I'm thinking that this was some sort of a reissue, but it is of the Small Faces, Ogden's Nut Gun Flake album, but as you can see, it's the original round cover. Oh yeah, okay, I'm seeing it now. There's a big old barcode on there. Of course, it's definitely a reissue, but it's got like a nice little, the splash thing on there. But it was saved in a nice poly sleeve. But this is how it was originally released, with the funky labels and everything like that. So, so not an original version, but at least it's a good approximation of the crazy sort of artwork that was happening in those days. I'm kind of afraid to almost pull it apart here. But, oh, there it is. There it is. So there it's got like, you can see that whole thing. So this was like, what, 67. So cool, really cool artwork. Again, I love a good, I love a good artwork, if that's anything. So anyway, Small Faces, Not Gone Flake. Great record. I have the record, but I've never had a good vinyl version with the round thing. Anyway, all right. So back to Record Store Day. I guess this was not. I don't know if this was a regional thing, but I guess there wasn't a lot of these out there. But Procol Harum, their 50th anniversary of the first album, which is now sort of it's now a double album, deluxe double album. So it's got the original album. Let's see. Okay. So original USA mono album remastered from master tapes. Then there's bonus tracks on the second LP of singles of the time, some other extended things, remixes, backing tracks, etc., etc. Starburst colored vinyl limited edition with a poster. I'm gonna open it. Let's see. Okay, so it's not. Oh, okay, so it's not a gatefold actually. Okay, look, I thought it was a gatefold, but it's not. So let's check this out. I do wish that some of these had download codes, though. That would be cool if they did. So it says it comes with a poster. So it's the poster of the cover, of course. So there you go. It's a nice big poster of that. And I do believe the original version of the U.S. original version did indeed have a poster as part of the package. So let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So interesting. There's some interesting. See, I like what they. So okay, so one of the inner sleeves that houses the. Oh, very cool. Look at that. What a lovely. That's a lovely piece of work right there. Some lovely psycho jello splashing there. Anyway, so and that's true. So there's the original black and white version of the cover. Then there's this sort of pinkish version of the cover. It says this is so this. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, this is a picture of a foreign version. Looks like potentially Spanish, I think. Looking at the. Oh no, South America. So it's translated from the back cover of the South American editions of the album. It's got some liner notes and stuff like that. So apparently this is how it was released in South America with this cover. Let's see, what else is here? And then this is just the regular kind of another for the other album LP. It's just a regular kind of. So this is a black and white. I see what they did. Black and white and then pink. So that's cool. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Yeah. So I could sit here and just sort of read stuff on the camera for a while, which would be really, really boring for you all. I won't do it. So anyway, there's that one. Okay, and then let's see. So another one for RSD. I'm glad this finally this should have happened like 10 years ago, for the love of God. So it's Peter Gabriel. It says rated PG. And what it is a compilation of various odds and sods songs that were in many, many movies. And I know I've seen most of these and probably heard most of them like online on YouTube and stuff. And I always was going to like compile them as like a kind of a lost Peter Gabriel album. So they finally did that, considering that the guy's never going to seemingly put out another record, it seems. I mean, I love the guy, don't get me wrong, but yeah, come on, man. At least one more. Right? You agree? I know what. Anyway, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there's 10 songs on there, right? That'll Do from Babe, to Pig in the City, Down to Earth from Wally. This is Party Man, Virtuosity, Book of Love, which is that I've heard. I heard that on the last Scrubs episode. That's tear-jerking, right? That one. Taboo, Natural Born Killers, Every Bird, Birds Like Gus. I don't think I've heard that one. Walk Through the Fire, Against All Odds. I've heard Speak, Ball, Reluctant Fundamentalist, Nocturnal, and In Your Eyes. Now there are more odds and sods of Peter Gabriel. He probably could put out a whole double album of these things. But so it's a good start. Kind of interesting graphic of Peter Gabriel's head as a popcorn box, popcorn tub. And by the way, yeah, and it's a picture sleeve. If you kind of can't really see it, so in the light, the way that they do it, so let me pop that. And by the way, yes, I pop them and I listen to them. I don't just buy them and then put them away. I mean, I've got lots of stuff I haven't listened to yet. That's one thing, but you know. Oh, now this one, woohoo! This one actually has a download card. Cool. See, I like this. I got a download card because I'm in my car often, you know. So yeah, nice sort of picture sleeve popcorn. So now I want popcorn. Of course I do, because you know, any suggestion of food. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so that's that one. So that's cool. That's a nice one. All right, and then I think that's my that's my last one. So then my last get for the day and my last RSD for the day is Jethro Tull North Sea Oil EP. And this is in preparation for a new remix of the Stormwatch record, the 40th anniversary remix by Steven Wilson, which will basically complete the original sort of classic Jethro Tull era up through into 1980, completely remixed by Steven Wilson. And this has a few things that have already been released. There's only 2 different remixes on here, but then there's, let's see, 3 things that were actually from the record, so they're older, they're from the original record remastered. But then there is King Henry's Madrigal. Oh, that wasn't on the record, but it's here. And then there says Dun Ringel early version remix as well. So, but you know, nice little 10-inch, you know, regular black. But you know, again, lovely to have as a nice promo for the new version to come, or the new remixes. So there's that little nice little 10-inch. So that's my haul for the day. I want to do more of these. I always do. Work gets in the way, life gets in the way. You know how things go. One of the things I do want to do soon, I want to do a Beatles White Album video, because you know, obviously there was a remix that was put out last November, and it kind of put me in a different brain space regarding that record, and got me into thinking, is like, okay, how many times have I actually bought this record over my lifetime? And you know, so it's an interesting sort of answer to those questions. So anyway, that's it for today. I will talk to you hopefully soon. You know, go ahead and like this as many times as you like. Share it however you like. Be nice in the comments. And I guess we'll go from there. So, ta-ta. See you later. Hope everything's good. You know, as someone used to say back in the 50s, as Mr. Morrow used to say, good night and good luck. And that holds true for today. Good night and good luck.